Bitcoin is booming. You won't believe how much profit I made only in August. Take a look at my Excel sheet. $8,849 only in August. And not really. This number is how much Step 2 has cost me. What's up, fellow sapiens, and welcome to another episode of the Eye-Catching Medicine. In this video, I will walk you through my Step 2 expenses. For those of you who don't know me, I am a medical graduate from Cyprus, and this February I took the USMLE Step 2CK examination, and I got accepted for ophthalmology residency at Hadassah Medical Center in Israel. Let's start. From January 2021 onwards, the fees have changed. They have increased, and for this reason I will only mention the updated ones. First of all, before you even start your USMLE journey, you need to check that your university is listed in WDOMS, the World Directory of Medical Schools. This gives you the green light to continue. To simplify things, I will arrange my expenses into three groups. The first group of my expenses, the inevitable one, are those where everyone has to pay these fees. And the first expense on my list is the Ecfmg registration. To be able to apply for any USMLE, you need to apply for Ecfmg certification online, which costs $150. Then, moving on, is the examination fee, which in our case, Step 2CK, costs $975. And next is the international test delivery surcharge of $200. And as you can see, this surcharge is in addition of the examination fee and only for those who are outside of the United States and Canada. And then, of course, you need to practice for the exam and pay for Qbank. And for this purpose, for 180-day access in UWorld, I paid $419. Just to mention that the 180-day package already includes two self-assessments. And is it worth buying the self-assessments? Absolutely, yes, I would recommend them. Even though what you score here will not represent the actual exam, they are still a valuable practice for Step 2 because they prepare you for the real exam. You kind of get a review on which topics you need to pay more attention to, and also how to handle your time, which helps you build your stamina so you can cope with the Step 2 marathon, which is 9 hours. And the last expense in this column is the NBME forms, another self-assessment test that costs $60 each, and the NBME scores are more likely to represent your actual Step 2 exam. Also, the way they write these NBME exams look much more similar to the ones in the real exam, but in the end, I will suggest that you practice with both self-assessments from UWorld and NBME. And as of July 28, 2021, new versions of NBME self-assessment forms 9, 10, and 11 are now available. Prices remain the same, and I took forms number 7 and 8, which will be $120. And these rounds up to $1,864. But if we subtract the $200 from the international test delivery surcharge, the total inevitable cost for those living in the US and Canada will be $1,664. Next, I'm pretty sure that for most of the USMLE takers, including me, the expenses do not stop here. Even though some will say that UWorld is enough for Step 2, which might be true, in the end, we all buy some extra resources to study from. That is the reason I created this second group of expenses for extra resources. So in my case, I bought the following books: Step Up to Medicine, including delivery for $60, First Aid Psychiatry Clerkship for another $60, two books from Online Method that I found quite helpful for $100, and last, for 7 hours of online tutoring, I paid $1,365. And actually, this is not a typing error. I paid $1,365 for tutoring, a big expense in the Step 2 journey, and to be honest, I don't regret it at all because it was super helpful. In my opinion, tutoring is almost essential for all international medical students, because we learn medicine in a completely different way, and you need someone to guide you through this process which looks so confusing. You need a tutor to recommend you resources, to help you create the study plan and see if you're on track and make any further changes. I agree that it costs a lot and I hope they decrease their prices in future, but if I went back in time, I would have done the same thing again. Think of it as you are paying someone for his valuable time to teach you all the tricks and save you time. It's a win-win situation. Anyhow, moving on, the third and the last group are my living expenses, and I am including these expenses because I did all my step 2 preparation while I was living abroad in Greece alone. So first I had to pay for rent $530. The currency in Greece is the euro, but I have converted everything into US dollars for convenience. Next, electricity and water were around $120 per month. And last, my everyday expenses were around $700 per month. Summing this up, and the total is $1,350. And I spent 4 months in total for my preparation, which sums up to $5,400. And at last, summing up all 3 columns gives us an overall cost of $8,849, which is, I will say, a significant amount of money. Just keep in mind that the expenses in the last 2 columns are according to personal needs. It doesn't mean that everyone will have the same ones, and the total cost of step 2 varies from person to person. And the question here is, was it worth it? All that money and time consumed? And strictly speaking for myself, yes, it worth the hassle, because not only I finally got accepted for a residency in ophthalmology in a very competitive program, I also managed to fill any gaps I had relating to medical knowledge. In the end, I achieved a personal goal I have set, and by saying this, I want to motivate all of you out there that you can do it as well. Those of you who already took the exam, please comment below and let me know how much did it cost you, and I would love to hear any comments you have. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you found this video helpful, and if the answer is yes, please press the like button, subscribe, and see you next time.